And so, on some stats, Nasty C's latest album helped Nasty C reach a new peak in terms of daily streams, followers, and monthly listeners. But starting with his album, Nasty C's I Love It Here album was a highly anticipated project, the result of which was very high debut numbers, doing over 600,000 streams in just one day, followed by over 400,000 streams on the second day, reaching over 1 million streams in just 2 days, becoming the second project in 2023 to get those numbers in 2 days, and the third overall to get those types of numbers in a week, alongside AKA and Java's projects. And his daily streams went from just 317,000 a day to a new peak of almost 900,000 streams in just 5 days, with over 8 days of which Nasty C was garnering over 500,000 streams in a day, as well as reaching a new peak of over 1.6 million monthly listeners. And with his new 1.6 million monthly listeners peak came new peaks in cities across the world, such as a new peak of over 10,000 listeners in Los Angeles, 5,000 in Miami, and another 5,000 in Philadelphia and Washington, 9,000 in Atlanta, and several other cities. And this includes over 15,000 in Toronto and 9,000 in Montreal, Canada. In Europe, he has over 28,000 in London, almost 8,000 in Paris, and 8,000 in Amsterdam, 4,000 in Berlin, and 3,000 in Munich. In Asia, he has over 8,000 in Mumbai, 3,000 in Delhi, and quite impressively, 6,000 in Guwahati and Impal in India, 14,000 in Bangkok, 5,000 in Kuala Lumpur, and 21,000 in Quezon City in the Philippines. He has 4,000 in Perth, 9,000 in Melbourne, and 12,000 in Sydney, Australia. And Africa is by far his biggest continent, with almost 100,000 in Lagos, 35,000 in Abuja, 26,000 in Katsina, and 21,000 in Accra, Ghana, 42,000 in Nairobi, Kenya, 9,000 in Kampala, and 18,000 in Lusaka, Zambia, wherein he just slapped a fan recently. And of course, his home country has his biggest fan base, with over 191,000 in Johannesburg, 65,000 in his home city of Durban, and 71,000 in Cape Town. And all of this technically means that Nasty C has just broken an SA hip-hop record which was put in place by him. However, there is something worrying that we noticed, and that is the fact that Nasty C lost more than half of his daily streams in just 6 days, as he had a rapid increase in daily streams with a peak of over 860,000. But that number has come down to below 430,000 in just 6 days, which is almost the daily streams that Nasty C was having before his album. And this would not technically be a big deal, as numbers do go up and down, but it is however worrying that Nasty C lost those numbers as fast as he gained them, as we had a very steep increase and a very steep decrease as well, making Nasty C's peak numbers very, very short-lived, which may suggest that his album may not have impressed his listeners. But you guys let us know what you think about this. And this week's shout out goes to the GYAD, who is an upcoming YouTuber who makes music reactions and sometimes gold digger pranks. And the links to his channel will be down in the description.
Come on now. Come on now.